All right, so big profits and even bigger trucks. General Motors selling more vehicles than any other automaker in the second quarter, and the American automakers' full-size trucks and SUVs helping drive it to the front of the pack.
When we look across the board at our trucks, our full-size SUVs, we're selling our vehicles as fast as we can make them.
But as conflict in the Middle East escalates and oil prices soar, $100 a barrel once again just this morning, climbing gas prices and market instability potentially be a spike in their tires. Automotive expert Lauren Fix with us tonight on what's going on. Lauren, nice to see you. This is remarkable. GM trucks, SUVs, the Terrain up 23% in sales. The Trailblazer up 28%. The Traverse up 20%. What's going on?
Well, they make good product. That's not the problem at all. They've always made good product, but they're switching more from the all EV side to bringing in more of the gas powered. Consumers want gas powered vehicles and go wherever they want for as far as they want and do those road trips. And that's always been a big seller for GM. But having those 7-passenger SUVs like the Suburban and the Escalade, huge sellers. My daughter just bought a Suburban. She loves it. She bought the diesel because you can go 700 miles on a tank. And that's what people want. She's got kids. She doesn't want to be stopping to get gas. And so people are looking at their options. And pickup trucks are always going to sell all day long. That's why Ford, GM, and Ram really own the market. And of course, now Toyota has the Tundra, which also does very well.
Where do you think we are right now in the market? Because there was obviously a huge push on EV for quite some time. That slowed down, especially after the government incentives went away. But it's not going away. But then I look at these numbers and you see the big vehicles are back. So where are we?
Consumers will always buy what they want, no matter what the government tries to force down our throat. General Motors, of course, they were big on the all EV. Mary Barra said it's going to be all EVs, but at the same time, they put $990 million into the Buffalo engine plant, which is where they build these engines for the trucks and for the large SUVs. So that tells you something right there, that investment means that they're really well aware that people want gasoline powered vehicles. And you're starting to see that not just with GM, with other brands. I just drove the brand new Kia Seltos. They had us drive 2 different gas engines, and they're bringing a hybrid in later. GM will have hybrids, but not right away. You're going to start seeing those coming down the pike. But right now they're aware that huge write down on EVs. But GM has also spread their wings a little bit. They've gotten involved in the defense industry, and that's going to help bring in some huge income streams as well.
Look, one of the big stories obviously is gas prices over the last 5.5 months, and we're back today at $100 a barrel, and folks are going to be feeling that downstream at the pump here in the coming days into weeks. National average $4.09. It was $3 before the war started. To fill up a Chevy Silverado, for example, 24 gallons. Call it at $4 and change. You're basically looking at $100 to fill up the tank. I don't mean to single that one out, but I'm just giving an example here. Does the cost of gasoline threaten to put all of this into a U-turn?
I think the price of gasoline is going to drop. There's a lot of interesting things going on that people aren't talking about, and I've covered that on my Car Coach Reports channel. And one of them is a software package that is making these prices higher than they should be. We only get 3% of our oil and gas from the Middle East. Why are the prices so high? Because it's on a global market. There's a product or a software company called Calibrate with a K, and they're in the middle of a legal battle with the state of California. We'll find out what the situation is when that finally gets resolved. But in the meantime, what they're doing is the same thing as when you go to look at hotels, you go to look at rental cars, and the prices adjust all over the place. But those algorithms are what they're using to adjust gas prices. So I think the price of gas will eventually drop. I mean, I don't think this is going to be a long-term situation that's going on in the Middle East. Let's hope this gets resolved quicker rather than longer. But I think that consumers want to have what they want. And that's always been a thing about Americans. We will buy what we want that meets our family's needs, not what the government's trying to push on us with EVs. And if you want an electric car, GM offers great electric vehicles, and there are choices.
All right, Lauren Fix with what's going on.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.